This Al Horton's Harlem. We did the first load of the day. Yeah, it was a full load. The lady had 3 loads. Again, I'll mention that in the video later on about customer satisfaction and customers' expectations. Sometimes you can't please all the customers, and sometimes customers are trying to get more value for their buck, and sometimes it just can't happen, you know. But yeah, I'll talk about that later in the video. But we did the first load and we're on the way to the second load. Tune in for that. Welcome everybody, how you doing? This is Al from Horton'S Harlem, and welcome to my channel again. I did a little something different this time. As you see, I did a video first, and then I'm coming back to introduce myself. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about customers' expectations versus customer satisfaction. And previous I was going to talk about the tools and stuff you need to build a business. But over the weekend, I had an encounter with a customer, not an encounter, but a situation with a customer which brought up this great topic. So if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a side hustle, if you have customers of any sort, stay tuned. This is going to be a great video about customers' expectations versus customer satisfaction. So the first thing, as a business owner, the first thing you want to do is to satisfy your customers. Without customers, you cannot grow as a business. You cannot build that business, that baby, into a full-grown operative business. You have to have customers. However, in doing your analysis of your demographics, of your target market, of who are your customers, you'll begin to find out who and where your customers are located. And in doing so, you'll know that every customer is not your customer. You just have to find your niche and who your customers are. So in this video, I'm going to talk about setting those parameters and those boundaries, or those standards for your corporation, your company, your business, so you can determine who's your customer. And there's level of customers. So I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about the levels of customers. I'm gonna give you a story about my past, about a situation that happened in the restaurant business about customer satisfaction, and then also give you the 4 points about customers' expectations. And in the meantime, I'm also going to show you some of the videos that we did over the weekend, just because of we missed a day Friday, and then we had to double it up on Saturday, so it was a very busy, hectic day. And straight out the gate, we had this good situation. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. What is customers' expectation? There's 4 points for why a customer have a certain expectation. Now, a customer has they want a service, they want a product, and they want it at a high level. They want it to be done at the right time, at a certain time for them. They want it done at a nice price as far as the money. They want quality of what it is their product is, or the service, and they want it done in their scope. They want it done when they want it done and how they want it done. So they are the 4 components of the customer's expectations. Now, as a business owner, you have to meet those expectations in order for a customer to be satisfied. So I'm gonna give you a story, but here's one of the first videos about this load. Let me paint the story. So normally I give over the phone free quotes over the phone to eliminate some of my time going back and forth giving in-person estimates. Sometimes I give in-person estimates, but some based upon my level of business and where I'm at in my business, it's hard for me to travel back and forth and give estimates and also work and do loads at the same time. So I try to give a lot of over the phone estimates. I also have a flat rate. And as a business owner, you have to set your price, your price market. Whatever it is you're selling, whatever it is you're servicing, you got to set your pricing. And your pricing is your standard pricing, and give or take, you might fluctuate. So in doing that, I already know that I have a pickup truck, and in each pickup truck, I charge a certain amount per load per truck. So that was already negotiated with the customer beforehand, and I always try to get a detailed description of the items that you have. Now, in dealing with customers, sometimes customers will give you a partial detail of the items, and then when you get there, they want you to expect you to do more than what you have. So here's the first clip of the load, and then I'll come back and I'll get into more details about the expectations, and I'll give you a story. All right, we're at the first job. It's a basement clean out. So yeah, let me get my gloves on. Let's begin to work. So I'm gonna just try to put this. We're gonna tilt it up. Basement clean out. There's 2 loads. I'm gonna do 1. Yeah, so as you can see in the video that the customer had more than 1 load, and that we could not satisfy her need or her expectation because she had more than 1 load, and she didn't want to pay more than what she had already been quoted to get all the stuff. Now again, sometimes you run into those issues with doing over the phone estimates. That's why we try to ask for a detailed over the phone free quote in order to get a quality quote, and also to meet the customer's expectations. Big shout out to my mentor Myron's Moving to Harlem for teaching me early on, and still teaching me, that once you set a price, that's your mark, that's your price, and that helps keeps in line the meeting the customer's expectation. Your price is your price. And then I'm gonna tell a story about me working in a restaurant, and you can see that when you go to restaurants, some restaurants have $10 crab cakes and some have $52 crab cakes. There's a level of customer satisfaction in dealing with people, and there's certain levels of customers. You have a high level customer who's willing to pay for the quality and the service that they expect, and they're willing to pay that amount. Then you have a medium level customer who's also have a price that they're willing to pay. Then you have a lower level customers who's willing to, they don't want to spend as much, but they have a certain level, a certain quality that they want as well. So you have to find your target market and your demographic in order to satisfy your customers. Everyone is not your customer. Everyone is not your customer. You cannot please every customer. You can't. Let me say it again. Everyone is not your customer. You cannot please every customer. I have a service that I render. I have a pickup truck. I have 2 pickup trucks. I cannot service someone who's requesting a box truck. I cannot service someone who's requesting a 26-footer. I cannot satisfy someone who wants to move long distance. Some things, some parameters I just can't meet. However, I do have an arena where I can meet. So I found my niche, and that's the niche that I say in. And for most business owners, find your niche, find your lane, stay in your lane, and as you grow, you may be to expand in other lanes and broaden your the growth of your company. But when you're small, you have to stay in your lane. That's the only way you're going to meet the customer's expectations, and also to keep the customer satisfied. So we resolved that issue because we only did the 1 load that we agreed upon and negotiated upon. So here's the next clip of the next video. We worked really hard this day, and as you can see, I'm sweating. I'm working hard. I've been sweating. So here's another clip of the next video, and then when I come back, I'll tell you the story about the restaurants. Just finished load 2 for the day. This is sofa and love chairs. So we're headed to the dump now. We got 2 loads. We got 4 more jobs. Stay tuned. So as you can see, it was just a small video. Again, I had to remind myself to shoot videos while I'm doing this. Again, the topic for today is customers' expectations versus customer satisfaction. So let me give you a story about when I used to work in the restaurants. And in working in the restaurants, the busiest day of the year is Mother's Day. Now, on Mother's Day, the customer's expectations is high because everyone wants to please their mother. And the restaurant satisfaction is low because it oversaturates, it overworks the workforce, the employees. It overworks them because the volume is too high. So what restaurants started doing is, instead of giving you their regular menu with all the items, in order to meet the customer's expectations, they condensed their menu and only had a certain amount of items in order to meet the customer's expectations. I can remember waiting tables, and I'm having we call them, I'm having a party of 10, two parties of 10, a party of 6, and I'm that's a lot of people for waiting at tables. And every time I would come out front and get their drinks and everything, that's the easy part. And they was like, "Where's my food? I want my food. This is my Mother's Day. I want my food. Where my mother food at?" And you can every table is saying that because they don't understand that just like you want your mother's food, every other table that was in the restaurant wanted food. So the worst thing for us as waiting tables and servers is Mother's Day because everybody want the best service. And it's crazy in the back. We was running around with our heads cut off. The food coming out slow because there's only one kitchen. You cooking all this food for one kitchen, and then I want my steak like this. My mother better get the best. So a lot of times we could not meet the customer's expectations, and then that's when we started to condense the menu to try to help us to satisfy and meet those customers' expectations. And then so yeah. I just had a flashback of the moments that we used to work in the restaurants, and it was very hectic, and because the customers' expectations was way high. And a lot of time in dealing with customers, you have to try your best to meet those expectations without compromising your own morals, principles, values, and pricing. You can meet this expectation, but do not compromise your pricing. Do not compromise your principles. Do not compromise your morals. Whatever your bottom line is, that's what it is. And I'm gonna come back with another story right after this next video. This Al from Horton's hauling. Job for the day, third job. This is storage move. So this is the first load. That's the 6-foot bed, and then we got another low storage. It's a king size bed. So we're on our way to drop it off and assemble the bed. That'll be the third load of the day. Okay, that was the third load. Again, that was a storage move. Again, it's a repeat customer. Again, once you get customers, and again, I'm gonna do a video specifically on mentors, competitions, competitors, and customers. But when you have certain customers, you meet their expectations. Now, this customer I did this move, this storage is for, is a what you call a prime customer. They're your repeat customers. They're the ones who call you on numerous occasions. So you meet their expectations because you know that they do business with you. So was a storage move. We moved their stuff, put in their brand new house. Congratulations. Beautiful house, beautiful home. So some customers, you meet their expectations because if you begin to build your business, you're going to begin to get repeat customers. You're going to get people who like your service and wants to do business with you. And those customers, you try your best to meet their expectations. Like, we don't do assemblies. We don't do bid assemblies. We don't do that. But for certain customers, we will compromise, and we will do that because we know that they don't complain about the price. We can adjust the time if we need to. Like if it rained Friday, we're supposed to do it Friday. So okay, we understand that. Let's move it to Saturday. So those customers, I give them, high level. So you have some prime customers that you take care of. Again, about customers' expectations and customer satisfactions. And I'm going to use Walmart as the next story. Walmart and Target. Same types of companies, same market, same thing. And there's two different levels of customers that go to each store. Now, the expectations of the customers are already set based upon the policies and the pricing of a Walmart and a Target. If you're not going to go into a Target and get certain items that you might find in a Walmart, it's just because they have set their parameters based upon their target market. So they're not trying to meet all the customers' expectation. They have a niche customer base. And that's the same with when you have in your business. You can't please everybody. You just can only please your customers. And when you please your customers, everyone is not going to be your customer. When you please your customers and you build around them, you begin to build your business based upon that. You cannot please everyone all the time. And that's a great example between Walmart and Target. Same companies, they sell some of the same similar items, but Walmart has a different level of customers and Target has another level of customers. So here's the next video. Again, we have rain, so it's a lot of flooding in certain homes in Baltimore. So the next one was another basement clean out, where the customers just bring the stuff out and we'll just haul it away. Now we do also service where we'll come in and we'll bag the stuff up, but that's again another charge. But we did have a repeat customer. This next one is a repeat customer. He called me and said, "Hey, my basement flooded. I need all this stuff moved. Can you do it?" Sure, I put you on the books. We're going to take care of you. Also gave him a discount because, again, we negotiated one price. When we got there, it wasn't as much as we thought. So, again, we compromised on the price based upon the customer's expectations and satisfying repeat customers. Because if you do business with me, I'm going to make sure that you are taken care of so you can be happy and we both can be happy. So here's the next video.
All right, we're at the fourth job of the day. Again, it's a basement clean out. All this. We already loaded up one truck. This is the first load. Almost forgot to do video. And then we got the second truck right there, ready to be loaded. Again, it's a basement clean out. Customer basement flooded. So, yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, I was I was working hard and sweating. Saturday was a very busy day. We had multiple loads. Again, it was like we condensed 2 days into one. And so a lot of times we try to provide that satisfaction to the customers and meet their expectations, which we did. I think we did like 7 loads that day, and we met all the expectations, probably except the one. And again, what I'm learning in this business and any other business I've operated in is that most times you can't please all customers at all times, but you try your best to do the best you can to please the customers that you are for you. And I truly believe that. So I got one more video, and then I'm gonna close this topic out of customers' expectations and stories. And again, this is just this next video is just the end result of us cleaning out gentleman's backyard, and it's just the end results. And again, by this time we working, so I didn't get a chance to record any other videos, but I'll give you a brief description of what happened later and close with the customer satisfaction.
HORTON'S hauling. There's the clean out right there. 2 loads. This is the second load. You see, that's the first truck. That's the second load. We finished that. We got a couple more and then we done for the day.
Yeah, so again, this topic was customers' expectations and customers' satisfaction. Again, you cannot meet all your customers' expectations. Again, the four points for customers' expectations is time, money, quality, and scope. The scope of what they want. And you, as a business owner, you want to try to please or try to gear your your company around making sure you can satisfy those 4 points. And also, I'm gonna do another video about building a business. And when you create your target market, you have to create a target market in order to find out who are your customers, and it deals with some demographics. But that's when you talk about who are my customers. What kind of customers do I want to deal with? Do I want to deal with high level customers, or I want to deal with low level customers? Where is my niche at? Do I want to deal with a certain income bracket? Do I want to deal with a certain demographic as far as age is concerned, as far as the information is concerned? What do I want to deal with? And then you begin to build your company, build your business around those things. Sometimes you just can't say, I'm just going to do business. Who are you targeting? Who are you trying to satisfy? What company or what customers are you looking to make yours? So you won't, and that helps eliminate those expectations. And over the last couple years, my expectations and meet my customers' expectations has been more successful because I set, again, big shout outs to Myron. Myron's Moving Harlem. I set my price, I set my parameter, I set what I will do and I will not do. And again, it begins to eliminate those who are not in that circle of customers and pleasing those customers. So I have a customer base based upon certain things I won't do. I won't travel to DC. I'm not traveling to Pennsylvania. I'm not doing long distance traveling. I'm not doing a lot of moving. I do light moving. It's HORTON'S hauling, light moving and junk removal. I don't do a lot of certain stuff. I don't do scrap metal. I don't do donations. So once you begin to cultivate your business and say what you do and what you don't do, you begin to target who your customers are, and it's easy to meet those expectations because now you have a pool of customers that you specifically deal with. So tune in to my next video. Again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, thanks everyone for tuning to my channel. Peace.